Are we live? Hey,
We
everybody.
most certainly are.
Hi, my name's Rob. This guy over here,
That's brilliant.
this is my side bitch, Dan.
Nerdy
Or
couch.
Nerdy Couch.
This guy. I did it the right way.
This guy.
How's it going? I'm Nerdy Couch. Who are you?
I'm Rob. Oh.
Oh my God, that cracks me up. Oh, dear Lord. We've got 3 people in already. It's good to see you guys.
How's everybody doing?
Come on, get in that chat, guys. What are we doing today, Rob?
We are having a drink. And we're into episodes. I got your thing.
Yeah.
Episodes 10, 11, and 12 of Middlewest.
How's it going, Rob? How's it going, Lord Tynerius? Rob says you can hear us and see us both very well. So this is a big improvement over the last one.
Hi there, Rob.
That's cracking me up. I don't know if I can do this. Middlewest. What do we got? What issues are we on?
10, 11, and 12.
Okay. So before we get into that, let's everybody, go ahead, grab yourself a drink. Cheers. And, Nerdy Couch mug. You guys can go ahead and buy some merch at the store. What do you got going on there, Rob?
Little Fireball Saturdays.
Nice. Go ahead and buy some merch. Links down below. You can get one of these. Lots of other stuff. Shirt just came in today. Looking pretty good, if I don't say so myself.
Blatant self-promotion.
Lord Tynerius. I have issues with Rob. His hands looks tiny. Yeah, we're trying to work on that. Trying to get those hands. It's like the Deadpool thing. They've just got to grow back.
Oh!
Yeah, terrible. I can't handle it.
I've lost my hand in a Deadpool accident. Oh,
nice. Oh, it froze you up.
Oh no.
Yeah, let's get on to the book. Okay, so what we've got here is number 10, I do believe. That's the cover for it. Some nice Scotty Young story coming for you. So, Monica just says, "Hey boys, holla." You needed the little hands for that one.
I did.
So, last issue we ended up with Abel going into the frozen woods, and he had heard the words, "Hello, grandson," and that's where we're starting off again. Hello, grandson. In the freezing cold. We've got Abel looking around. Grandson, what are you talking about? And he goes, "You're Dale's son, aren't you? So that means you're Abel." "Yes, but how do you know all this?" "Well, because I am your..." And he comes out covered in snow, just snow kind of coming off of him, almost like he is the snow. "I'm your grandson." Ominous laugh. I added that part.
Mm-hmm.
And then we cut over to a funeral setting where we've got Abel's mom, and Dale around the casket. We find out that it's Abel's grandmother, and his grandfather comes and shakes his hand, almost meeting him for the first time. The first time in a while, wouldn't you say, Rob?
Yeah, pretty young looking there.
Yeah, it's definitely
Because in
much
the other
younger.
panelist, he's all gray haired and.
Yeah, definitely. This is definitely a flashback. Grandfather says, "Kind of nice to meet you for a very long time." Tries to give him a locket that was his wife's and Abel's grandmother's. Says, "I think you should have this. You're a spitting image of her, judging by the picture inside." And he's giving it to him, and then Dale comes over, just furious.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. Dale was a dick quite a while ago. You know, it's not a new thing for Dale. Turns out Dale's just a dick. It's just in his blood. And you'll see that later, I think. At this point, you don't know what grandfather's name is. He's like, "Look, this is not the right time. Have some respect," type deal. Dale's like, "Have some respect. You know, you ruined our lives. You weren't there for us. You took off. You know." He's like, she's your wife, effing wife, but she's my effing mother, right? So, who's having the respect issues here? Grandfather or Dale's father, he's gonna let it pass, but then the big thing is he says the same thing that Abel gets to hear from his father a while back, and that is, you're feeling like a big man. Mm-hmm. And if you remember in the first issue, that's what Dale said to Abel. You think you're a big man? Dale's, roughly says, you're a monster. We don't want you here type deal. Grandfather or Abel's grandfather. I need to know this guy's name. Mm-hmm. So that I can refer to him as something. Monica says, "Good thing we figured out the problems." I hope we did. Things are looking good right now. Thank you. Dale's like, "Go away. Go away. We don't want you here."
I thought you were talking to Monica. Sorry.
No. She's welcome. She's welcome. For now. Stop hurting Abel. Stop what you're doing. You're hurting Abel. Let me get over here. So grandfather says, "Fine. I'm leaving." Dale won't let him give the locket to Abel. He says, "Fine, I'm leaving. You won't see me again." There's a bit of sparkles. There's a bit of an argument between Abel's mom and dad, Dale, about how inappropriate it was to get into a fight at his mom's funeral. And then you'll notice here that that Abel's just noticing that it's starting to snow. And what time of the year did they say it was? I can't remember.
June or July.
June, yeah, somewhere around there. Obviously, sometime that it's not expected to be snowing. That's the way it would appear. So next thing we know, we're cutting back to that scene in the snow where Abel's meeting his grandfather for what he can remember is about the first time, in a long, long time. He's like, "Oh, well, you're my grandfather." They have a conversation about how Dale and him haven't been close and stuff. And then Abel says something along the lines of, well, Dad can't control me anymore. Which in the lower panel here, you can see that the grandfather gets
Grandpa
a kick
likes
out of. Yeah, he does. He says, you guys are like, you're hard as nails, just like I knew you'd be, just like your father type deal. Over to the next panel, he's getting cold. So they go, Grandpa goes, you know what? Let's head over to my cabin. Not creepy for someone like claiming to be your grandfather that you don't recognize. Oh, hey, I'm your grandfather. Okay, I'll go to a cabin with you. So that's brilliant. I have some gummy
that
bears
happens
here
to me all the time.
all the time since you were little, which was back in like
Yeah,
the 1400s or something.
somewhere around there.
Anyways, they go to the cabin. Grandpa says something along the lines of, I don't use this cabin anymore, or very much. He just kind of wanders the woods, I guess. Again, not creepy. Get into the cabin, and he ain't got much left to eat. So he serves some beans in a can to Abel. Says it's all he's really got. Abel says, you know what? Beans are all right, I guess. They get into talking about the guitar that Gramps has got sitting by the desk or by the wall there. And Grandpa says, or Abel says something along the lines of, "Oh, you play, bro?" And Gramps like, "Yeah, I play a little bit, but not as good as your dad." And Abel's like, "What do you mean? Dad doesn't even like music. Dad can't play. He doesn't like music." Grandpa goes, "Yeah, he used to play, but it was your mom that really started that. Your mom really played." Go back into a what looks like a flashback or a memory. Gotta finish my gummy bear. He says he said that they would play music because Abel would just sit and cry and cry and cry, and it drove Dale mad. And then you get a scene here where Abel's just being a baby, Abel's mom singing this song. I think that one of these days we should cover this song.
I think we should. I was hoping you would sing it.
I thought about it. I seriously considered.
My ukulele is a little bit out of tune.
Yeah. I do have a ukulele, by the way.
Oh, then I'll play the recorder.
I mean, I have a couple instruments. I can't play any of them. Can you play anything, Rob?
Nope.
Anyone in the chat play anything? Just play with my heartstrings. Anyway, you get a panel at the top where she starts singing, panel in the middle, and then he's growing up a little bit. So this is a song that she's been singing to him she was singing for him for a while, but before she left. Ooh, what am I doing? Then you get a panel here where it switches over to him being a little bit older, but it's Dale who's singing to him, and he looks happy. Lord Tyneria said that he was actually pretty good with the clarinet. Maybe we're forming a band. That's it.
And Rob on the spoons. Nice.
Yeah, Rob Couch, you want to play spoons for us? And then he snaps out of that memory, And he says, "You know what? I do remember that song. Um, my dad played it for me, and I remember it." Oh, hold on a second. Clicking over, he says, "My dad loved me once. I can see that now. He loved me once." He's like, Grandpa goes, "You know what? Every father loves their son." And he goes, "He loved me once, but he doesn't love me anymore. All he has is anger and hate in him now." And he says, "And I'm just like him, essentially." And he says, "I'm just like him. I have this rage inside of me." And then he shows that thing on his chest,
The mark.
right? That mark that's ever growing. We can see through the past episodes. It's Star Wars all of a sudden. Grandpa's like, "Dear Lord, you just show your chest to a random guy that tells me, 'I'm your grandfather. Here's my chest.'"
That's how I used to get candy.
um, Abel's like, "I'm sorry. You must be so ashamed of me to find that your grandson is such a monster." Right? Grandfather goes, "Ashamed of you? Why would I be ashamed of you? Um, you're essentially just like me." And he opens that chest up, and he's got the same markings. Rob's asked, "I wonder if the marks hurt as it grows." There are some portions where it depicts during through images that it might hurt. I don't know whether it's anger flowing through him or if it actually hurts, but that is a good question, Rob.
Yeah, the transformations. He's usually grabbing his chest. So
Yeah. So I would say that it probably there is some hurt, probably a hurt that someone like as old as the grandfather is getting used to. You know. Abel says, "No, this can't be. This means that we can't be cured, or that this can't be cured in me." And the grandfather goes, "Why would you want to cure this thing? This is something you should embrace and be proud of."
hmm.
And he goes, Abel's like, "You're crazy. I need to get this thing out of my chest. It isn't good." And then this is where you see the grandfather becoming more like Dale. "Shut up. Quit all your whining. This is a mark of strength and power." He likes having this power, right? And then there you go again. Don't you want to be a man? Don't you want to embrace his power? Don't you want to be powerful? Be a man. Again, there several times in this series, they're telling Abel, "Quit your whining and be a man." And then Abel says something along the lines of, "I'm not going to be like you, and I'm not going to be like my father." Right? Grandpa goes, "You don't get it, boy. This is your nature, and you can't change it." Right? Abel's like, "You know what? I refuse to believe that." Throws Abel. I don't know if he throws Abel. I believe he does, because in this panel it looks like he's got him by the coat.
Mm-hmm.
Throws Abel down and says, "This isn't about what you believe. It's about knowing who you are. Look around you. All of this is me." Um, the whole storm, the whole winter is him. The whole winter is Grandpa.
Grandpa Elsa.
So he seems to have a different kind of a storm in him. Do you know what I mean? Like he's less of a tornado, more of like a blizzard.
Yeah, so we've got snow and wind.
Yeah, snow and wind. Now I'm going to read these panels pretty closely because I think that they're important. Grandfather says, I tried to hold all of this in. Just like you, I tried to hide it. Then I realized this is my true self. Now it's time for you to show me yours. Come on, boy, get mad. Let it out. Abel's like, no, I'm not doing it. That's not enough. You want more? He's like egging him on. He's like, you want me to make you angry? I won't do it anymore. Be a fucking man. You know, just screaming at him. Looks like he's blown him against a stump. You know, he doesn't care if he even hurts him now.
Yeah. Anger's the trigger.
Yeah, be a man, right? Lord Tynerius asks, is the grandfather's name Boris? Yeah, it doesn't look like it so far. We'll find out. Be a man again. Grow up. And then show me who you really are. Just screaming it. This is a vicious looking man. This is a really good depiction of what he looks like when he is this ice monster. Okay, so I might have missed that, Tiberius. He says that it's a god of the north winds. That's a good a good comparison, at least. So up against the stump, kind of beaten up right now. Please stop! You're hurting me. And this is the really, really important part of this issue, I think, is he's like, this is who I really am. Grandfather says, you're right. This is who you really are. It's also exactly what your father was. Okay? And what is he? A disappointment. And that's where this issue leaves off. His grandfather has now said, your father was a disappointment, and so are you. Because you're not embracing that hate in you. You know what I mean? So
the grandfather is just like the father.
Yep. We learn a lot. Yeah. White Walkers. We learn a lot here about Grandpa. Mm-hmm. He's just as much of a dick as Dale, even more so probably. And it's probably where a lot of Dale's hate comes from.
That's probably why Dale didn't want him messing with his son at the funeral.
Yeah. But in turn, he kind of turned out the same way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and now so is Abel if he can't figure this out. You know? Well, what was your opinion of this one?
It was good. It gives you an idea of where these powers are coming from. It seems to be a family thing. What I'm wondering is if Dale didn't touch him in that first episode and give him the wind power.
That sounds dirty.
Would he have developed another power?
Would he have had power had that not happened? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I wonder if it would have developed naturally because you got the wind and the snow. He could have been something completely different.
All storms, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think this was a good issue. It brought a lot of light to the situation. The back and forth between them when they were when he was being tossed around and stuff in the snow, really awesome. Mm-hmm. Not that I'm saying that child abuse is a good thing. Don't get me wrong. So Monica's saying that she loves your headphones, Rob.
Awesome.
He bought those headphones for himself and for no other reason.
Yeah. I
Um,
like them. I like them very much.
it's too much, man. I can't do it. Anyway,
Meow.
let's quickly get into the next book. If you want to go ahead and share your screen there, Rob,
I will do that.
and let me know how you guys felt about that book too in the chat. Monica says, "Hi, Rob. Rob C. Robception we always have in this one." Before we get you set up, Rob, I just want to give a special shout out. Hold on a second. Lord Trinarius says, "Hey, Rob, say meow." Now you're just a puppet for them to play with.
Meow.
That is so hot. So before we go on to the next book, real quick, I want to give a special shout out to my niece Nev, who I think is watching. How's it going, Nev? And my little nephew Brody. I'm going to give a special shout out to them. I love you guys, and also a special shout out to their mom Stephanie. And I love you too, Steph. And obviously, Rob, I love you too. You're my bro. I mean, Rob Couch. I love you too. I love you too, but special shout out to my special family. I don't mean special like ride the short bus or anything. I mean special because they're special to me. So anyway, let's get on to that book.
Okay. Issue 11.
I'm going to take this time to eat some gummy bears and drink.
So the cover has Abel and the fox not looking very happy with each other, which we get into. There's the fox waiting at the edge of the snow, waiting day and a night.
Thanks, Rob.
What's going on with Abel? Like this, like the spirit bear told him, go into the woods. He has no idea what's going on. So finally sees him, dude, how are you? Like, I've been out here dying. Abel is not happy. Just more bullshit. Fox tries to console him. He says, nope, I got to get out of here. Don't know where I'm going, but I got to get far away. So off they go.
Seems to be a lot of walking in this book.
It does. It's like
in this series.
Kind of like Lord of the Rings, but so you see here they've camped for the day. Fox has cooked a fish. He's not even eating. He is pissed. He's not having a good time. But Fox, as his true friend, is looking over him, trying to make sure he's okay. Then they come to Piper City, somewhere you don't want to go, apparently.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Like South End of London. Or what is it? East End Woodstock.
East End Adelaide? Or east of Adelaide.
Yeah, so Fox says, this is Piper City. It's not the safest of towns. Not something you just want to walk into or just go right ahead. Because Abel is having nothing. Doesn't care.
Yeah.
So they walk in. I guess some Centipede Corporation took over the town, made it a bad place.
Yeah. I'm going to stop you there for 1 second. I just want to point out the artwork here. A lot of comic books tend to cheap out with background art and stuff like that. They've gone into some real detail in some of these panels with the background art and stuff like that. And I really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Like the doors are rusted here. You got signs up.
Yeah.
Like telephone wires. Like who draws those anymore?
Yeah. They take the time to get that detail in. Anyway.
So being in the big town, better food's in the dumpsters. We don't have to steal from anybody this time, which seemed to have been a recurring theme in the first couple of books. Nope, he's still not having any of it. Fox is getting mad now. Like, what's going on with you? I'm trying to help. I'm trying to make you feel better. Nothing. Not hungry. Don't have anything to say. Fox is trying to find out what happened in the woods. And then he says, the spirit bear, the Nokayuna, sent him there to get fixed. Nope. Grandfather said, there's no fixing me. This is who I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be this angry storm, which I wouldn't want that. That's when the fox finds out, okay, this is a family thing. It's just like my dad has this horrible thing, and I'm done with family, done with all the weirdos all around.
Yeah,
And
he has met some weirdos.
And I'm done with you. Well, of course, Fox says, you don't mean that. He's sad. I do mean it. There's Dale right there.
Yep.
Dale and the grandfather just progressing. So we find out the fox came around after his mom died, so he's been a huge help in his life, whether he realizes it or not. And of course, Fox says the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. Oh, you think I'm a disappointment too?
Yeah. Really touching back on the end of that last issue.
Yeah. So Fox says, you know who you sound like, right? Well, not happy.
Not happy.
So you can
There's
see
a lot of profanity in this one.
A little bit. Very small.
It's just big letters.
So you can see it's starting to glow here. The wind's picking up. And the fox says, you know what? I'm done with you too. And so they finally go their separate ways. They teased each other with it in the first, was it the first book, I think? First or second book. And now it's like, yep, had enough, gone.
Yeah.
Then Abel runs into somebody. Oh, are you looking for your parents? I don't have any parents. Well, you don't say that to a stranger.
Mm-hmm. Poor choices.
Yeah. So that's just what I like to hear, he says. So Fox is angry. Abel's angry. Fox, I spent years trying to help him. And this is what I get in return.
He's
Fuck
pouting.
me. Oh, fuck him. So everybody's just angry.
They're doing that angry walk away in different directions.
But Fox is quite concerned. Oh, he'll be fine. Shit. Oh, no, he's fine. Shit.
Just kind of realizing what he's done.
Yep. He's going to be okay. Abel's a small town boy in the big city. Never good. Then we hear a help. He knows it's Abel. Goes to save him. Truck drives away.
He's like, oh, shit.
Again.
What have I done?
So then we see Abel has been kidnapped along with a bunch of boys, which is never good. Not from personal experience.
You can't trust anyone in this book.
No, you can't. And of course, there's the tough guy, tough bully, and I'm not sure if that's Bobby there or not.
No, because we'll see in a little bit.
Okay.
It does look like, though.
Yeah. Like he's so angry, even if it was her, he didn't notice.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
So the bully's like, oh, yeah, what a genius. You're trying the door. We didn't try that. Trying to egg him on. I got to be the tough guy. You're just a little boy. Sit down. Wrong person to pick on.
Yeah.
So, of course, there's little me. Oh, do you know where they're taking us? So scared. Of course, the tough guy knows exactly where they're going. Place where you kids won't even last a day. It's like Angelica on Rugrats.
Yeah.
You little babies. Well, Abel says, don't listen to him. Of course, Bully gets his back up. I said, don't listen. You're an asshole and a bully. And
Yeah.
I've had enough of that in my life.
He sure has.
And you know where that comes. You think he's going to bring the storm, but
Yeah, this guy has picked the wrong person to mess
yeah.
with.
But it looks like he knew that was going to happen. Tries to get the upper hand and realizes, no, this kid is angry. I'm in
Monica
trouble.
says she loved that voice.
So there comes the glow. Might get a storm in a van,
Yep.
but he just continues punching them.
Yeah, I found it cool how he didn't really freak out like he normally does, but he does lose his shit.
Yeah. Whether he's learning to control it a little bit better or just realize, okay, I'm in a van. I'm
Yeah.
going to hurt myself.
Oh, it doesn't seem to matter any other time, so.
No, that's true. So, of course, the driver's like, okay, we're here. And Abel is now the tough guy. I'm not going anywhere. Gives the
That's on the guy's face.
a boot to the face. That's like a superhero jump out of the back of the thing.
That's definitely a superhero pose.
Oh, yeah. He's going to do the superhero landing.
It's always hard on the knees.
Yes, it is. So he tries to run, and the guy is like, get back here. And then, ooh, I wonder who this is. It's our friend from book 2.
Yeah, I think it's cool that they brought him back into another issue.
Yeah. So, hey, I finally get to eat this kid. Then we find out, nope, boss pays you good money, no eating the workers. He says, oh, but he's angry. That makes him taste better.
So that's the first hint there that you get that they're probably going to be sold off as slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is why I said it's not Bobby.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So Birdman here says, oh, yeah, I got a feisty one here. And boom, oh, there's Bobby.
Bobby? Abel?
Oh, they're so happy. Thought they'd never find each other again. You know, where's the fox? I don't know. I don't know. I think we got separated.
Where could it be? Yeah, not I told him to go fly a kite.
Yeah. But there's Fox. He followed. Somebody cares. So they're rounding up all the kids. Are heading to this flying arc here. So Birdman here, he says, okay, here's your money. But if that kid causes any problems, it's coming back on you. So this bird guy is having a bad life.
Yeah. He's just a grunt.
Yeah. So Abel and Bobby are back together. They're happy. They're, we get to see each other again. Maybe we can figure a way out of here. Then Abel feels sorry that he beat up the bully. I'm sorry.
What happened to him? I did.
Yeah. That is a great line.
Yeah.
Me, I happened. So they have a little bonding here.
Well, heart to heart.
I was scared and pretended not to be your typical bully. Then the kidnapper's here. It's going to be a bumpy life. So these kids are in it for the long haul, wherever they're going. Raider Farms. So we will find out.
Abel!
We'll find out what.
You see the fox there, just missing him again.
Yep. But he should be able to catch up.
He's a fox. So yeah, that's how that one ends off. So yeah, good issue.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Ew what? The poor fox.
Oh,
Lost his.
Fox is adorable.
I know.
All right, so your thoughts on that one?
Uh, it's getting interesting now.
Yeah.
Abel is in a situation where he's going to use his power.
It's only a matter of time, you would figure.
Because if your dad and
Bugs?
the grandfather, bugs, where?
Perfect timing, by the way. Lord Tynerius, I can't believe I'm saying this, but what does the fox say at the end? Oh dear.
He's like,
Let's not start down that road, okay?
Abel,
Abel, what does
Abel,
the fox
are
say?
you?
You know what? Now we figured it out. We figured out what the fox says. I thought this was a great issue. Definitely pushes the story forward, and that's what it needs, right? I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to be all night. But let's try to get into that next one. But let's have a quick drink before we do that. Let's have a little toast. I can't toast myself, Rob. Come on.
Go back to the screen share. I found our next episodes to the next book we're going to review. It's called Fairyland. Because isn't she cute?
Yeah, actually, I've heard some okay things about that book. I'm not sure what it's all about, but
We are going to find out.
yeah, she's adorable, isn't she? Lovely. You know what? Maybe. What's Rob saying here? Abel's not all that bad. He at least feels bad for kicking the crap out of that guy. Yeah, that's true. At least he's got some sort of remorse for what he's done. He realizes that's true. Anyway, I've had my drink. Let me get on to my second mug here. Not gonna. No self promotion there. So, Monica says, I love her. Yeah, that's because she's like a reincarnation of you. Oh dear, I'm in trouble. Okay, so the 12th issue starts off with this cover, which I think really depicts the ending of that last issue really well. It's got the big picture of Abel with the aircraft there, and the fox there, just wondering how he's going to get to him. Tynerius, the next Turtles book will be next weekend with Chris the Grim Mike, so you guys can enjoy us there. It'll be Saturday, I believe, at 8:00. If there's any changes, I'll let you know. So, onto this book, we've got more walking. The fox carrying on through a town. You see a nice little depiction of him at foot level there. I really like. First couple of panels is just him beelining it. At the moment, you don't really know where, but he's definitely making a long trip here. You see those little those big fluffy bunnies again, which might tell you a little bit of where he's going. Looks like he either hops a train or crosses the bridge at least. You can see the turmoil that he's going through all the rain and everything, crossing the valleys, through another town, and then you see him panting over what looks like a city, but then turns out to be the fair. He meets back up with old man Jeb. Says, comes up. They offer him water. Take some water. Calm down. I can't calm down. Abel was taken, and so was Bobby. Get a nice, good picture of that creepified robot again that I used to like, but now it creeps me out.
You don't like that?
Sorry. Yeah, no, it's just that face. It's not something I can sleep about, you know.
I want one of those beside my bed to look over
Yeah,
me.
that'll help you sleep. Jeb rushes into to Magdalena. Sorry, she says, why have you come to my chambers? You know, nah, he says, stop. This time you need to listen to me. And then he goes on to tell her that the two of them have been taken. And she's like, this is why I told her not to go, right? And Jeb's all like, look, they're family. We need to go get them. They're having a big argument. I really like these panels.
That is awesome.
Putting the two of them together, showing that how much alike they are. Just love these panels. They say that they've gone. Nicholas Rader has taken them, puts the children to work and stuff, and she's like, pretty much, this is it's all the wrong things that he does and stuff like that. It's the worst place to be going. Jeb makes a point of like, you know, this is kind of your fault for not taking care of this way back before the Raider farm was bigger. And she argues that I had to take care of my people. Well, Jeb says, well, these are your people. So what are we going to do about it? Eventually, they argue back and forth, and Fox just loses it and says, stop. It doesn't matter. You got to put your shit aside, and we got to go and get these guys. You know, she goes, fine, let's go get our people back. So they're looking at the maps and they're going, well, this is about, you know, this is finding a dozen needles in a haystacks, right? Where are we going to even start looking? And Fox goes, well, I see them that they flew north, if that helps. And she goes, well, it sure does. And she's like, well, I got an idea of where they're going. So I'm going to assume they start heading out. Clips back over to the kids in that trailer again, or not so much in that trailer, but in the vessel,
The dirigible.
Yeah. Monica says, "We eat the people." What? that's creepy. Laugh out loud. All right. So you got Abel there and Bobby. And they say, well, looks like we're... Sorry, I got to finish my gummies.
Well, I like these panels here when looks like Jeb says, I hope for their sake that you're right. That's where they're going. And she says, I've seen inside his fear and sadness. For all our sakes, I hope I'm right.
Yeah. Where was that?
Just up where you were there. Or down. Next page when they're right there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he says, I hope you're right for your sake. I hope you're right for their sakes. Yeah, I've seen inside his fear, sadness, anger. So they're saying, I hope you're right because Abel is going to blow them up.
Mm-hmm.
So we're finally landing. Get a good picture of the ship in the distance landing. Trucks pulling up to the gate, which is huge. All right. Yeah, the gate is huge. It's got all these lights on it, and they say that they say, "Whoa, look at those big cannons and stuff like that. Like, what do they need? What sort of uh, protection do they need for these crops?" Right? And they go on to say, um, "Those are not just regular crops. Uh, they grow what looks like ethyl, big field, big glowing purple field." And that's when I realized this next panel. She says she's never seen it in person. Looks beautiful. And that's when I realized that this is that red or pink fuel that we've been talking about.
That powers
Um,
everything.
I think it's a really, really cool. It's a really cool thing that now they're actually addressing this stuff. It's not so much a mystery anymore, right? They're farming this fuel. They said, well, it's not going to be so beautiful when you have such a close up view of it every day when you're,
Yeah.
cropping it for, all these bad people. Get a good view of them coming up to what seems to be like sort of a main facility. They start funneling the people out. Say, get off the truck. They're in a lineup, and the one guy says, "No touching or talking. Hey, what are you looking at? You looking at me like you want trouble." He says, "I promise you, you won't like the trouble that I'll give you. Now keep moving." Now, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but I got a feeling that he don't want to deal with the kind of trouble Abel can bring.
Mm.
I think that you're scratching on the wrong tree. Like you're climbing the wrong tree. Whatever that metaphor is, I'm bad at those. Nice reflection in his goggle, kind of like a Fallout kind of uniform there. And they're like, "Hey, so they got us all lined up. What's with those kids over there?" Looks like they're unloading some more kids, and they're in uniform. He's like, "Oh, well, those must be the kids that are working the fields." "What do you mean, working the fields? We can't be working those eye of ethanol or ethyl. One of those things pops, and it'll burn you alive, and it's not much that can put you out." It says, actually, there's nothing that can put it out.
Mm.
So these things are just pure fuel. You can see Buddy there still beating up in the background there.
Yeah.
And he says, "Hey, look, this is that nerdy kid. Nothing wrong with nerdy kids. I'm a nerdy kid. We're nerdy kids."
Mhm.
Anyway, that kid's like, "Oh, we've got an opening. We need to book it," while they're paying attention to some of the other kids. Bobby's like, "Yeah, let's do that." The kid that got beat up, no, I don't think that's a good idea.
It's a bad idea.
You'll find out it's a bad idea, is what you'll find out. Yeah. He says, "You know what? Whatever. I'm gonna make a break for it." He's like, "I'm getting out of here," and he runs for it. And what do you know? Zap!
Like Running Man.
Just gets fried. This is brutal. He, I don't know. He seems to be dead.
Yeah.
That's the way I take it.
Very much.
Guys like quiet. Fires off his zapper again just for a bit of a warning. Lower panel, see another. There's a person kind of standing over him. Puts his foot on his head. Right, and then says, "Sorry, y'all had to be here for that and witness that. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Nicholas Rader, and this is my farm."
He's a friendly looking guy. Look at him.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a friendly guy with his zapper. He's like, this is your new home. All right, you ain't getting out of here. Says, I've been finding lost souls like yours for years. Most of you are runaways. Your fathers and your mothers were mean to you, and you ran away. Uh, and then it says, well, trust me when I tell you this. If any of you try and get out of here again, I'll tell you what mean is, pretty much. He says, if you guys try to lag it like your friend here, um, your mean old mummies and daddies ain't got nothing on me. You know what I mean? He's pretty much saying you'll end up like your friend there. Don't even try it. We cut to Dale. Dale's at another restaurant. He's showing his picture around, aggressively trying to find anything about Abel. The guy's like, no, look, I haven't seen him. Please just leave me alone. Gets booted out of the store for being a little too aggressive. He's like, where is my son? It's like, sir, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. You're kind of disturbing the customers. So Dale leaves and he's like, you guys are just scared. You know, he's like, what about my son? He's scared out there somewhere. Right? And then he's like, all because of me. He's scared of me. And then again, blows up into that anger, into that wind monster. And then we finish off with Abel! And the wind monster walking out of the city, which has been decimated.
Yes.
This man has broken so many cities. What do you think about that?
That was a perfect ending.
It was pretty great.
Dale knows he's the problem. He's the trigger. But it's like, no, I still got to find him.
Yeah. He's upset. He knows it's his fault that that Abel's gone. Can he control that anger though? Obviously not.
Mm-hmm. And now that he knows Abel, does he know Abel has the power? I think he does.
Does Abel know?
Does Dale know that Abel has the?
As far as things
No, because
have
he hasn't.
seen, I don't think he does.
No, not yet. So he thinks Abel is just like powerless,
Yeah.
just a scared little kid, not realizing.
In the woods, has nobody protect him.
Yeah,
You know.
I think there's going to be an epic showdown.
Chat, what did you guys feel about that issue? Let me know. How many issues have we got left? I think this is an 18 issue run,
I think so.
which means we've got. Was it one more book? Six? Is it six? A book?
6 more episodes.
It's got to be an uneven amount in the books, I think. So, yeah, 6. No, we got one more book, right?
Well, 6 more issues.
Yeah, so that's six per book. Well, that gives us 2 more shows out of this one. Anybody in the chat, anybody watching it on the replay, if you can think about a comic book that you would like us to cover after this, let us know. I like to keep it to limited series. I don't want something that's 100 issues long. I'd like to keep it into the pocket of short to this is a pretty good 18 issue series, not too hard to cover. The Ninja Turtles is a 5 book series, really nice pocket, there. So I would kind of like to keep it to those limited series. So any ideas? We'd love to hear. Go ahead and make sure you guys like this video. It really helps. Yeah, I think this issue was a great issue.
It was.
I'm gonna say I probably think out of the three that we've covered today, this is probably my favorite issue. It there's just so much good in it. And it carries the story on, leaving you again wanting more.
Mm-hmm. Oh, She-Ra.
So 6 more issues, and I'm not prejudiced, but She-Ra or the Hulk. You know what? I wouldn't mind doing the newest Hulk, the Immortal Hulk. It is, I think, a longer series, but still something I wouldn't mind going into. Okay. So as a whole so far, what are your thoughts on this series?
You asking me or the chat?
I'm asking everybody.
Everybody. Well, I liked it.
I didn't know how I was going to feel about this when I first started reading it. I knew that Scotty Young was a really good artist. Does a lot of good covers, but I've never, once I heard he was writing this, it had me intrigued right off the bat. But the art done by, let's see if we can. I can't remember who the art was done by here.
Someone French. Francois. Francois.
Yeah, something I probably can't pronounce is probably what it was.
I feel bad. I can't remember.
I can't remember either, and I apologize if anybody knows, and throw it in the chat.
Let me see if I can find somebody that knows. Hello? Hello, do you know?
So, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm bringing you up on a thing here. You're hilarious.
Hello? I can't text. The numbers are too big. Hello?
Tineria says, from what I have seen, there's a good chance the grandfather is it, how do you pronounce that, Boris? And yeah, with his powers, looks like it. I don't know whether they're gods per se. It's too much, man. I don't know whether they're gods, Tinarius.
Doesn't seem to take place on Earth, so.
Well, this Middlewest is in its own kind of universe. I think it's a fictional plane, I would say. It's, I don't know. They have these powers are not earthly by any means, by the looks of it, but I can't say whether they're gods or not. I'm not even sure that this is all actually happening in this story. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still not convinced 100% that these aren't just all metaphors. You know what I mean? That's just a theory that I'm having, though. I lose that theory a little bit all the time, though.
Well, it's like the fox. Is the fox just in his mind, and then no, the fox is talking everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember. I was like, oh well, he has to be his conscience, because he can't leave. And then what's he do? He goes strolling off, and they're not even together for half of this issue. Actually, they're still not together, as far as we know, right?
That's right. He's Fox was chasing down the balloon and was hiding under a truck when they got loaded up for the fields.
Yeah. Tineria says could be like a Mad Max type future. It definitely is like a kind of pieced together. Like, if you notice, Jeb's place was all just pieced together like by like old buses and stuff like that, right? Most of the stuff, yeah, I don't know. That's a good theory, though. It's a good thought, Tinarius. So, Rob, you got anything else you want to add?
Hmm. I can't think of anything. I am looking forward to the last 6 issues. This is going to be quite exciting.
Yeah. Let's just chat about a few other things that are on my mind. Um, anybody here? Anybody here watch the WandaVision?
That was good.
Yeah, you're all caught up, Rob.
I am looking forward to the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I just wanted to get into that too. Rob says good issues for sure. Tineria says I'm not really sure about Boris. I believe can talk to animals. Don't quote me on that. Well, I won't quote you on that. Tinerius, Rob. I know Monica hasn't because I live with her and she doesn't like being around me, so she doesn't watch my shows. Have you guys seen WandaVision? You all caught up on WandaVision? I think that a lot of people have kind of discarded it when the show first started because it started so slowly. But did it ever pick up?
Oh
You
yeah.
know, and I think it's going to be pivotal to upcoming things in the Marvel universe, in the Marvel cinematic universe. And Rob hasn't seen it. Rob, go ahead and watch WandaVision. It'll start off slow, but give it a chance. It will get there, and it will explain a lot of things that are going to be happening in the MCU going forward. It picks up in that last episode. I don't want to give too much away.
First 3 episodes will confuse the shit out of you.
Yeah, and you're gonna think, where's this going? But it picks up and it starts to get really good. I think I can't say it enough times. That last episode. I mean, a lot of things happened that I wanted to see happen. There's a lot of things that people speculated on that did not happen. I won't say which because I don't want to spoil it for anything. But there was a key moments where Monica was upstairs and must have wondered what was going on because I was screaming. I was like, yes, I was right. I was right. Um, go ahead and watch it, guys, and then we can talk more about it in the near future. And how excited are you for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
2 weeks, I think that starts.
Yeah, 2 weeks, and I think that if everything goes well, I think maybe we'll try to cover each episode if everyone would like that. So, guys, this is your mission. Get caught up on WandaVision. Yeah, you're gonna appreciate it when you get to the end, and then join us in a couple weeks, and we'll talk about some Falcon and the Winter Soldier for the Disney Plus. I think they're just gonna kill it. So
I've seen the preview. It looks good. The trailer.
yeah, I can't see how I won't like it. It's got to be good. And I think that this is. I think it's fair to say that by the end of it, we're going to find out who will be the next Captain America. Because I think they're going to need that going forward, right? So yeah, tune in for that. Tune in next week for issue number 2 of The Last Ronin from the TMNT by Eastman and Laird. Having a lot of fun doing that. So if you don't have anything else, Rob, I think we'll call it.
All right.
So when are we back on for the next issue in 2?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll do Turtles next weekend and be back for the following weekend for another issue of Middlewest. So guys, really appreciate you guys being here in the chat, always supporting the channel. Go ahead and spread the word of the nerdy. And make sure you click that like button. Tell your friends. Tell them to subscribe, or you'll kidnap them.
Send them to work in the ethyl fields.
Yeah, the ethyl fields. We need that.
Shrink their hands.
We're essentially willing to do anything to grow this channel, guys. So we're asking you to do some pretty illegal stuff. Where'd Rob go? Anyway, guys, it's been over an hour, and we had a great time. Those little hands are waving by. So that signifies that it's time to go. So, peace out, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.